Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Journey Customer Churn Prediction, developed by Helen Doe, Davion Bates, and me, Shyni Abraham. My agenda today is to introduce on customer churn, deep dive in the existing customer churn report, taking you all in the journey with Microsoft Fabric, and displaying key predictive insights, and then talk about the best resolution we can have here. I bet you are wondering now, what is customer churn? Customer churn is basically customers stop doing business with the company. Have you ever wondered why the customer leave a service they once loved? Seeing a worrying decline in the business performance due to the customer leaving, the telecom company made a proactive move by bringing in Eric, a proficient business analyst. Eric was given a crucial responsibility to unravel the mystery behind the customer churn and to investigate the trends and patterns of customer churn within the telecom company. With an existing report that Eric had, he noticed few trends in the customer churn rate. After a deep dive in the report, Eric figured out that the customer churn is more impacted due to the month-to-month contract, where you can see the churn rate is up to 50%. The second alarming area was the fiber optic upgrade. As you can see, the customer churn was up to 41%. And the third area, as you can see, the offer E. The offer are the offers which are provided by the provider to the customer, shows the churn rate up to 53%. And below here, as you can see, the monthly charges as is higher, goes more as the churn rate goes higher. Eric also found some of the other reasons for customer churn, like the competitors, where the competitors have better deal, the competitors has better device, and everything. And the attitude of the customer service agents, which is not making them happy, or the overall dissatisfaction. Eric decided to work with the Microsoft Fabric as it is an all-in-one analytical solution for enterprises that covers everything from the data movement to the data science, real-time analytics, and business intelligence. In other words, a comprehensive suite of service including data lake, data engineering, and data integration, all in one place. With Fabric, Eric didn't need to piece together all the different services from multiple vendors. Instead, Eric can enjoy a highly integrated, end-to-end, easy-to-use product that is designed to simplify the analytical needs. Eric decided to bring in my team and I to work along with him in this adventure. We began by retrieving the necessary resources and the dataset. Once we had the dataset, we began loading the dataset into the Microsoft Fabric system using via the Lakehouse within the data engineering platform. Once loaded, we migrated the data to the data science to begin working and cleaning the data. Although we didn't use it, Data Wrangler is a pretty big part of Microsoft Fabric as far as data cleaning. I bet you are wondering now, what is Data Wrangler? Think of Data Wrangler as what the Power Query is to the Power BI, where you can transform and modify your data and load the changes to the model. Data Wrangler will provide you the columns that needs the necessary transformations, along with how many transformations you may need on your database. But like I said, we didn't use Data Wrangler. Let me explain you how we clean our data. Once we transformed our data set, we read the transformed data into the data frame. Now in layman language, the data frame is just the table you can see on the right-hand side of my screen. Next step was to import the external libraries. which we are going to use in our code. Now, what is external library? External library, also known as the third-party library or the dependency like Teapot, are pre-written code packages that are not part of the core programming language you are using to develop the software. This was the preferred method we used to transform our dataset. After we import the external library, we then develop the Python script to begin train our model. Once the model is trained, we then encoded important key columns known as features. Now think of features as the key metrics you will use to gauge the data in the report. But in this case, we can use the features to predict the customer churn with our model. With our encoded feature in our data frame, we can now begin making the prediction with our model. And with those predictions, we can create the visualization. We as a team were successfully able to predict, as you can see here. How can I now, I can't leave this presentation without showing you all the demo of what we have predicted. Here is the prediction which we created. We have created a scatterplot chart to show our prediction. Now, each dot represents an individual customer. Each green dot are the customer who stayed with the company. The yellow dot, which is down there, if you can see, is the newly joined customer. And the red dots represent the customer who have churned. Upon closer look, we can see that the month-to-month contract has more red dots than any other. That means the customer has no commitment with the company and we are losing them. If you go to the second chart, the cable customer churns more when they have to pay about 80. That shows the higher the rate goes in the cable, the customer is getting churned. But if you see the fiber optic, is not the case. With the fiber optic, customer tends to stay even with the higher cost. But as you remember, fiber optic is a concerning area for the telecom company. In the third chart, as you can see, the offer E, which we were talking about, it shows all the red dots. That means the customer is getting churned because of that offer E. And in the last chart, as you can see, it's a monthly chart, monthly payment chart. As monthly charges increases, the likelihood of customer churn also raise. The higher density of density of green dot between 20 to 60 represents that the customer tends to prefer lower bill. However, when the bill surpass 70, it is evident that the customers are more likely to leave our company and explore other alternatives. We as a team come up with some resolution. Offering incentives for longer commitment, such as reducing the rate for yearly or quarterly contract, can significantly reduce the customer rate for up to 41%. Examining the network performance, like sending out the customer survey to identify the low satisfaction with the fiber optic and revise those plans accordingly, will help retaining the customer. Also, offering fiber optic internet with unlimited data and new device can also help customer to stay with the company. Focusing on effective customer service, show the empathy towards the customer. Reassure the customer that you are here to help the customer, and upselling and cross-selling the products and services, as well as rewarding your loyal customer with exclusive deals and discounts can help retain the customer. Now, research shows that offering a better customer service and service plan can save up to 40% of the customer from getting churned. Remember, it costs up to 7 times more to acquire new customer than to retain the old one. Thank you everyone for listening to me and have a wonderful evening.